Well, I'm at home again. Am I going on strike the 31st? No, but I might still be home anyway because, and it's not a strike, y'all. It's to represent the people in Australia, the truck drivers. Anyway, here's what I'm doing. I did get, I got it off the ramps and cut the grass underneath. I still haven't gotten that worked on. Hold on a minute. So, amid lawnmower problems, again, me with my lawnmowers, this thing wasn't stopping, right? I had to put a new drive belt, which is the belt that goes from the motor to the transmission. And now it won't stop. So I put new brakes on it. And it comes off the side. And that lever right over there. Where's my finger? That lever right over there. You got to take that thing apart and put a little tiny brake pad on it. So that didn't fix my problem. And when you get stuck, say you're going around a corner and your wheel locks because you get stuck on something like, say, that light pole out there in the yard, you can't put it in reverse because your clutch doesn't go fully into neutral. So I bought this right here, this thingamabob, $125. Came complete with a grass catcher. Said it wouldn't start. Wouldn't start at all. Wouldn't turn over. Wouldn't do nothing. One of the reasons, there was no fuse in there. The other reason I can think of is it's the starter relay. I was able to hotwire it yesterday after putting a fuse in there. She smokes really bad, and the carriage is toast. Because, I mean, I took it, cleaned it up. This thing was gobbed up with stuff. It's been doing this for decades, apparently, mowing like this. See if I can get this out of here. I unhooked everything. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. Right there. Can I turn the light on? Sorry, I'm going to add this to my video because I want to take a shot of it. Turn off the flash. Alright. So, make sure decks are interchangeable before you do anything like this. Look how nasty this thing is. Now, $125 for a running machine with a bagger and a grass attachment, a leaf attachment. This is a 42-inch. This, I looked this thing up. Not the original deck. Didn't look cross-compatible. This came with a 36, 38, 36. So, somebody put a 42 on it before I bought it. And everything looks right. Be about to find out. Okay. So the deck thing ain't working. I ain't been able to exercise. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. But the deck thing ain't gonna work because of this one piece. Be quiet. I wear flip-flops everywhere except at work. This. Where's my finger at? I can't see it on this side because it won't flip the phone while I'm taping. This piece is welded on, and it's not on my other 42-inch. So, I'm not doing any welding work. But as you can tell, I've still got my shortness of breath issue. I wasn't able to exercise. So, a few weeks back, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I don't know, whatever it was. All the students in our Bible study, now, I'm not going to say any of that because I can't point fingers as to where this actually originated from. But 50 plus people in our church congregation contracted COVID due to supposed traveling of a whole group. We're not sure, don't know, doesn't matter. What matters is, and the other thing is that it's all in Savannah. It's all over Savannah. It should be clearing up, dying off in one way or another, so to speak. So I contracted it. My son has had it. One of my children's had it. And he said it was ups and downs. So his was a mild case. I think he had the first variant, or the beta variant, whatever the second one was called, that was going around, because the alpha wasn't really that big of a deal, right? So Delta came around and just took... And before y'all say anything about getting shot, get it, don't get it, that's on you. I don't care. I've had it. I haven't had the shot, but now I supposedly got herd immunity. We don't know how that long that lasts. We know the shots don't last, if they even last at all. Oh, they cause lower rates. No, they freaking don't, okay? 6 of the people in our church were fully vaccinated, and 2 of them are dead now. And they took a shot, so you can't sit here and tell me I don't know which shot it was. I wish I did. It's probably the stupid freaking fake one that's not even made out of real ingredients. It's daggum, what do they call that? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I mask up now more than I used to because of it. I had it. I didn't even realize I had it. My wife got it. She actually she was feeling bad. She went to the doctor, got tested, and came, and they said she's got it. They said, well, he doesn't have to come back home. I was on the road. He doesn't have to come back home, and since he's not experiencing symptoms, just tell him to mask up everywhere he goes. Mask up everywhere he goes, since he's not experiencing symptoms. But he was around you. So towards the end of my tour, that last time, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, it might have been 3 weeks ago, I came back. I was delivering a load to Atlanta, and on the way there, I lost my taste and smell. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I masked up everywhere. I talked to maybe one person once that happened. I mean, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and keep driving around. I was going to take a load from Atlanta to Savannah to back me up and then get me home for the weekend. I did not, because of that. I went ahead and packed it up and got the hell out of there. Guy gave me my paperwork, and I didn't talk to nobody. I just left and drove straight home. I mean, I filled up before I dropped that load. But you know, y'all got to think of the issue here. They're telling people to mask up if they've had the shot and it's not working. But I'm not going to get into the great debate, the current great debate. Well, it might be secondary now because of people supposedly inheriting other people's issues, and let me get that sun out of the way. Inheriting other people's issues. I mean, you can blame Biden all you want for, I might need that, for this Afghanistan issue is partially inherited from Trump. And Trump had his own issues with that because he was playing stupid as well. Just not quite as stupid as I think Biden is. But I don't make my channel a political channel either, so I'm not going to get into that one. As far as revenue and whatnot, last week the net profit was around 4 off of 6. I got almost a steady load going from Savannah to Adairsville area for $11.50 to $12.00 a day every time I grab it. And I can pretty much get a guarantee on that load every time I go out on a Monday morning. He had one for me this morning, dropped at 3:30, but I have another endeavor I'm working on to generate more revenue out of the trucking industry. Well, partially out of the trucking industry. And I'm trying to get that going, which will increase my ability to not drive as much and possibly get somebody to drive my truck for me so I can do this and pursue this interest. I don't know how that's going to work out yet. We're still in the testing phases of the business. So, and I'll enlighten y'all more on that maybe later on. Right now, I can't tell whether it's not making any money or not. I did do 100% profit on it off of, well, not yet. We invested $656, and we have made, if we finish doing what we got to do, I can possibly have made, I know I'm going to make $600 profit. I could make up to $800 profit off of it. And that's just off of maybe 20 hours worth of work total overall. And the goal there is to do the thing that I'm doing for like 3-4 days a week and make what I'm making now in the trucking industry. It's going to be a little bit complicated as I have space limitations. But that's all I'm saying about that matter. So last week I said I went from Savannah to Adairsville to Tennessee, I believe it was. Was it Tennessee? And then from there to Pennsylvania, of all freaking places. Wait a minute. No, I picked up in Tennessee. So I went to Adairsville Monday, delivered there Tuesday morning, picked up in Tennessee on Tuesday morning, and delivered that Wednesday morning in Pennsylvania because it all worked out. And this was on 4.5 days. So it worked out really well. I made $1,000 net more than the week before. That's to the business, not necessarily to me, than the week before, because the week before I only worked 4 days because Monday was supposed to be my old man exam, which got canceled because of COVID. Right, so not last week, week before last, but week before that was when I stayed home? I don't know. Anyway, last week was 4, week before was 3, week before that was 0. I didn't work because after I came home, my guesstimate on the symptoms was on a Tuesday, so the Tuesday rolled around. I thought I could come out here and work. I came out here and played with old Rooney, the 96 F-150. I had to change the plugs and all that stuff. I was like, hey, I feel good. I'll go ahead and come do that. COVID ain't no joke, man. I came out here and I did the driver's side of plugs, and it wasn't that hot, man. Might have been 90. Of course, our heat here is ridiculous with humidity, but I did the driver's side, plugs and wires. In the process, I was changing the cap at the same time because I'll transfer one to the other and see where they're going. And you still got to usually end up switching 1 or 2 wires anyway. I got to the 5th plug. I decided to do the one closest to the firewall because that would have been the hardest to get to, and I got the plug loose. And that was it. I had to stop. I was like short of breath. I was over exhausted, dying. I could move around, but it didn't feel like I could function very well. So I just stopped what I was doing. And the other reason for that is because if I kept going, I mean, I could have pushed myself, but if I'd have kept going, my wife knows that when I'm out here working, I'm working. I work my butt off. I'll just stay out here and I can work for all day long. I've worked on cars 2-3 days in a row just to get them running again. But I got to that 5th plug and I'm like, she knows I'm out here working, but she doesn't usually come out here and check when it's in the 90s. She'll come out here in the wintertime and sit with me, but it's way too hot out here in the summertime. So, and it's not at a beach, or I know she'd be out here. So, anyway, I went back inside. I said, screw it, I'm done. And I just stayed home the rest of the week. I could literally do nothing, almost nothing. So, I've got friends that we don't really even associate with. That front clip's been replaced. It's white. It's not, where's the front end? I don't know if you can see it underneath the bumper there. It's white. I never noticed that before. Interesting. Anyway, so I went back out that Tuesday. The Monday they canceled it because they said, well, here's the deal. First, I called them up. I said, so I know we've got a lot of COVID cases in our city, and our hospital's at its almost full capacity or whatever. I don't know. I said, I know y'all don't let people come in usually with their relatives when they're having a procedure done or something like that. I just need to know, am I going to be able to have my procedure done? And they said, yes, it's on like Donkey Kong, basically. And she's like, you know what? Hold on. Let me call you back. Let me ask a couple of people some questions. I'll call you back. Because I told her, I said I had COVID. So she called me back and she said, have you went for a test yet? I said, no. I said, I know I had it because I lost my sense of taste and smell. I mean, other than that, I didn't really feel anything. Literally, guys, I felt nothing. And it probably because I'm sitting down in the truck all day. I mean, if I'd have been working on a truck like this or working in my yard or something, I probably would have known. Because if I can't work, there's something wrong with me. But she said, yeah, well, usually they'll call you prior to getting that procedure done the week before and get you to get in and get your COVID test to see if you got it before you come in. I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, when's that going to happen? She said, well, actually, I spoke with a doctor and he said that if you had COVID and it sounds like you did, then you need to wait 6 to 8 weeks before you can come in. 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. Isn't that nice? So the earliest one I have, he's on vacation in 6 weeks. 7 weeks is fully booked up. So we can't get you in here till the 8th week period. So in October, September, late September, whatever it is, I don't know. I got to go take this stupid test and make sure the rest of my body's healthy. And then I'm going to go get some kick butt life insurance. That dog don't want you. The dog ran away. Anyway, I'm going to swap the trannies out in these two Craftsmans. I was going to swap the deck. The deck doesn't match up like I said. The tires are much larger on this older model. I might just keep the tires and throw them on my tiny one because it's only a LT 1000. And I don't know. If I can't do this, guys, I'm done fixing lawnmowers. That's it. I'm going to buy a brand new one because the way I figure I've invested almost $200 a year in lawnmowers. So at $200 to $250 a year on a payment plan for a lawnmower or flat out cash, I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to buy it and put at least $2,000 down and do it to the business because this is my business address. And technically, anyway, I mean, it's my business, guys. Anyway, so I'll probably get a good lawnmower, and they say they last 10 years. So I figure I'm getting these scraps from these people and paying $400 to $500 for them, right? So if you buy a lawnmower for $2,300, you sell it in 10 years for $500. You've spent $1,800. So I'm saving $20 a year in paying for lawnmowers. So if I'm saving $20 a year, that means in 10 years, I'll have $200. 20 years, I'll have $400. Eventually, right before I die, I'll have my lawnmower for free. I crack myself up. Anyway, guys, that's about it. I mean, the week before, so I'll tell you about the week before the Pennsylvania week run. Pennsylvania week run was 3 runs. Because the Pennsylvania, I grabbed one further south in Pennsylvania and took it straight to Bloomingdale, Georgia, which is right outside of Savannah. So it was 3 loads. And it was 61, 62, I don't even remember. I got it wrote down. The week before that was 4 days, running from Savannah to Adairsville to somewhere to Savannah to Adairsville to somewhere back to Savannah. I held that one load over, the Friday load I held over till, I probably could have got it for more. I've hauled it once before. I pulled it for $12.50 and I checked back because I picked up there once before and I took it to the exact same place and I was kind of kicking myself. I probably should have went up another $150. I got it for $12.50 and the last time I ran it was $16 before that. So I probably could have got 14 out of that load. People have been undercutting the crap out of me, but I figured, you know what, this one's on the way home. I'll run it for 12 and a half and just work it. So anyway, these bolts all look the same. So we're going to try. I don't believe this one's a hydrostatic. I believe this one's a regular transmission But it does shift a lot smoother and it doesn't get locked up, I don't think, when I get jammed up somewhere. We'll find out. The engine was smoking real bad. This guy had so much debris on the top of the deck. It had gone into up underneath where the ignition and all is. It needs a starter relay too, so I'm probably just going to sell it to some dude that I know down the road that buys lawnmowers that need work. Let him fix it. He can have it for about what I paid for it. I'll get my money back out of this one after I swap trannies. And then I get a little bit back off the other one. So I guess I didn't really do $200 a year. If I get $125 for this and $125 for that, if I can get that, let's just say I get $200. So that means I've only spent, if it's 3 years, I've only spent $400 over 3 years, not $200 every 3 years, which would be $600. So what was that, $133 a year, right? Dang it. Is it worth it to buy a new lawnmower now? I was doing some research, and it said about new lawnmowers. Try not to get the ones with hydrostatic transmissions. The transmissions are plastic inside, literally, all plastic. This guy had one of these on his farm, Husky, YHT 3000. I almost bought one of those for $125 yesterday, but the dude sold it out from under me. Jerk. I would have paid it. I would have paid straight up $125 for that thing, because all it needed was a motor, and I got 2 motors here. I would have thrown one of these motors on it, which is all these lawnmower engines are cross compatible, except for like the 0-turn mowers. Anyway, so much for that plan. That plan didn't work out yesterday too well, unfortunately. Yeah, that did rear end somebody. That bumper's up a little bit on that one side. Anyway, so I was saying, what the hell was I saying? Anyway, but this one came with a bagger. This thingamajiggy here. It's like 2 trash cans and a lid and the thing that comes out the side that spits it into the trash cans. And the wife's been complaining about the grass building up in the yard. So it came with a bagger. The other one was supposed to come with a bagger. This one didn't say nothing about no bagger, but he said it comes with it. Well, I'll take it. It stank to high heaven because it had a whole bunch of nasty leaves and crap in it. I'm running long. Holy crap, 19 minutes just for telling you what's going on. Oh, it was smoking. That's where it was. This engine was smoking real bad, but this guy had so much crap built up. Sorry about the derailment there, guys. On the muffler, so I blew it all out, and it's like, it was literally just dirt and debris and all kinds of other crap. And it was just burning up on top of that muffler. That's why it was smoking. I thought the engine was bad. Engine purrs like a kitten, man. It's got 1 more horsepower than this other one. I'd swap that out too, but there's really no point. So, anyway, y'all have a blessed day. I'm out. I gotta fix this tranny.